Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Now you muna don't hear all these bad politicians then we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want to make the common man get what he supposed get for this country.
Maiyegun don't come. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And to some of my, our new friends who are always not happy that we start Maiyegun's Diary programs or broadcast with music. They said, well, you're wasting our time, you're wasting this and all that. What we play our music for is to get us ready into the mood that Maiyegun is about to come on. At that point, if you are, if you are doing something that you need to get yourself ready, then you can easily just get prepared. If you need to share the broadcast with your friends, you can easily just do that as well. While Maiyegun also gets himself, himself prepared as well. So ready, so to say. So sorry to some of you who are probably joining me for the first time, and to you, that is a bit of a stretch. We've been like that for years. So maybe we'll find a way around it and cut it down. But it's such a good music to get you ready. So good evening to every one of you. Good afternoon to you. Good morning to you. Depends on where you're watching me from. This is Maiyegun Live. And for those who have been following the development in Yoruba land, development in Nigeria, and the latest one, the Fulani forceful invasion of Yoruba land, and how successful they have been, so far so good with the political and the ruling class in Yoruba land to get them on their side and pitted them, pitted them against their own people now. So, however, Sunday Igboho, the man, that actually started the first public rejection of the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba forest. It's been, been at the center of the whole storm. And the Nigerian media, they are doing a lot now to discredit him, to get him watered down, and then possibly planted the seed of a discord in the heart of those who are now the admirers of Comrade Sunday Igboho. So I'm going to touch on that today as well. Also yesterday, because yesterday was the time I covered the burning down of Sunday Igboho's house in Ibadan. So it was also the day that Buhari announced the new or replacement of his service chiefs. It's service chiefs who have been with him for 5 years. Buratai the butcher, the man that supervised and overseen the killing, the massacre, genocide that has enveloped the country. The man that took over when Boko Haram was, fought and held up in Borno. That was what Boko Haram was in 2015 before they were given the power. So Buratai the butcher that became the chief of army staff was sacked yesterday ingloriously, and it was replaced by another person. That man that you are currently seeing his face when you are joining this broadcast. I'm talking about this guy. His name is something Atairu. Well, let me bring his name up so that you can see him. They call him Atairu, right? Let me see if I can get that off as well. It's called Atairu. So it's going to be the new, where he is the new chief of army staff. That is the man replacing Buratai the butcher. So he is not a new guy. That's the point I'm about to make. He is not a new guy. He's been at the center of it all along. He's been part of the team that have been battling the Boko Haram in northwest of northern Nigeria. So in fact, his own story is this. When they started Operation Lafia Dole, and they also started this Operation Safe Corridor. Operation Lafia Dole is the name tagged the soldiers who are fighting Boko Haram in the northeast, Borno, Yobe, all those areas. Yeah. It is also the same army that put in place what they called Operation Safe Corridor. Safe Corridor is that if you are arrested as a terrorist and you you tell them that you have repented, so they will rehabilitate you, they will pay you money, and they will release you back into the wild. So it's the same Buratai and his team. So this operation was going on and going on. More and more soldiers were being killed, kidnapped. More Nigerian barracks have been ransacked, taken over by terrorists. Guns. Whenever Nigeria takes delivery of new weapons, 2 days after that, Boko Haram, or now that they have bandits. When they first started, there was no bandits; they were all Boko Haram. This guy is the chairman, the leader of those who are the commander of Lafia Dole in Borno State. Rather than end Boko Haram, they now found out that the guy, because, Buratai the butcher, their leader, came in, and within just a year, he bought 2 houses for his wife, for his 2 wives in Dubai, multi-million dollars properties. So they are those who are commanding those, they're in charge of those who will pay the soldiers and the rest of that. So they just turned it to business. And because they've turned Boko Haram fight to business, so they recorded more casualties under Buhari. Even Buratai the butcher, that killer, got so tired of this guy, he sacked him from being the commander. Because that's the power of that chief of army staff. Okay? So chief of army staff is the one that see and give command on all the operations of Nigerian army. And everybody obeys him. Meanwhile, chief of defense staff is a ceremonial role. created by Babangida in order, you know the story, Shabo, to cut down the influence of the person that was supposed to be the chief of army staff back then, and they created this fake chief of defense staff who will only see day-to-day payment of salaries, you know, operations, no command. Nobody obeys any command from any chief of defense staff, chief of army. That's why Buratai the butcher is the most powerful in Boko Haram's government. Everybody fears him. So this guy got sacked for turning Boko Haram fight to business. And what is the result? More IDP camps were created instead of closing up the ones they met. You remember they came to power because they wanted to fight insecurity. They wanted to defeat Boko Haram. They wanted to return all those people, refugees of Boko Haram. They want them to return to their villages. You remember that was what they won election on. That was why Boko Haram came, Abi? Right. So 5 years after that, there are more refugee camps in Nigeria now, times 10 of what they met when they came in 2015, because the guys turned the whole thing to business. Right? Another thing is that the weapons meant for the Nigerian soldiers are now finding their ways into the arms of Fulani bandits. True life story. So whenever Nigerian soldiers are complaining of poor equipment, you know, inadequate ammunition and all of that, you realize, Boko Haram are outgunning them, outmanning them and all of that. And most of the time when they now arrest, or when people arrest these new bandits, the guns they are holding, they belong to federal government of Nigeria. True life story. Now, under these guys in 5 years, okay? So Boko Haram did not die. Rather, Boko Haram now diversified. Okay? You now have Boko Haram in Fulani terrorists, killing people, like killing thousands of people in 5 years. They were not there 5 years ago. Yes, they were not. There were no bandits kidnapping people. There were no Fulani terrorists carrying AK-47 before 2015, before these guys came in. It was because they managed to turn the whole thing to business. And part of the business was to resell or allow terrorists to break into the armory of Nigerian military, cut away all the weapons, their vehicles, their operational vehicles, their APC, armored personnel carriers, you know, weapons bought with Nigerian money. Under these guys, Boko Haram were swabbing in, moving away the weapons. And before you know it, these weapons are now finding their ways into the hands of, they are all Boko Haram, yeah? But these weapons are now finding their ways into the hands of bandits in Benue, in Enugu, in Ebonyi, in Abia, in Ondo, in Ekiti, Ogun, Oyo, Osun. You begin to see the Fulani bandits carrying AK-47. If you hold them very well, you will see that the guns belong to federal government of Nigeria. But there was nowhere that Nigerian government gave them the gun. And there is no time that Nigerian government ever. I am asking you this now, if you are paying attention to this step by step, that change of these faces is not a change of anything. Okay, you see all these cries, all these agitations, all these campaigns, all these frustrations that everybody is, expressing on social media and online and offline because of what Nigeria is and their fear of what Nigeria will be if nothing is done now. How that to let you know that all those things are not going to go away. Boko Haram are still going to continue to kill people because it is the same actors, the same people. In fact, maybe we can now say, even in the hand of the worst of them all, Buratai the butcher, that we are going to, by the grace of God, start international arrest warrant on, by the grace of God, this 2021. Many of those actors who have now been sacked by Buhari, they can no longer be protected by the immunity of federal government anymore, other than the immunity of being Fulanis. Do you get that now? But international arrest warrant means even when me and you, when we are not watching them, when me and you, we don't know what they are doing, the rest of the eyes of the Interpol will be watching them. The eyes of the Big Brother will be watching them. So that is why we need to begin the process of international arrest warrants for all the crime against humanity, killings, the genocide perpetrated by Buratai. But the story is not over. Buratai, the butcher, is only out somebody that is worse than him. So you can then imagine. Are you saying, Maiyegun, are you saying it's going to be worse than this? Well, just relax. I'll get there. So this guy was sacked as Buratai the butcher was brutal. And the security situation in Nigeria collapsed completely. Okay? Don't buy the story that some people are trying to telling you that the problem of Nigeria didn't start today. Oh, we know. People have been trying to cover it all this while, covering open wound. But Buhari came and removed the bandage, removed everything, come take digger, come to dig the open wound. Now everybody knows that it's even worse than everybody knew. It's worse than that. Buratai the butcher, the worst, you're about to see the worst in this guy. So Buratai the butcher sacked this guy. That, you're even worse. So he was sacked. It was withdrawn from the lafia dole. They replaced him with somebody else. And I don't know what happened, because Yorubas are now saying it's like Buhari is supporting Fulani terrorists. It is not even it's like anymore. It is now obvious that Buhari APC, they are supporting Fulani terrorists. Whether you are APC Yoruba, APC Igbo, APC Fulani, APC Hausa, it doesn't really matter. They all support Fulani terrorists in every part of Nigeria. Now that it is obvious, they are now trying to play some manky-panky, play some abracadabra game, which won't really fly, especially for those who actually knows the template or the pattern of all their games. So the plan there is that Buratai the butcher and his gang of service chiefs who are keeping the secrets of whoever is now in that asshole rock, Buhari, and protecting the regime instead of protecting Nigeria, right? Somehow they managed to cut a deal. Buratai the butcher and the rest of them were not just sacked, apart from the fact that they have overstayed their years in service, in office, that Buhari extended that many times, yeah? They didn't just bow out. They gave each of them 8 choice SUV cars, 8 cars, and choice properties in 3 different cities in Nigeria, their own choice cities. They should choose. If they wanted their own palace, like politicians are giving a pension to former governor, former deputy governors in different states, what they gave to the Buratai the butcher before they bow out, because they were able to hold Nigeria by force, strong arm, to resist and stop every Nigerian that will ever take up any challenge against the regime, no matter how inhumane it is. So their loyalty was for Buhari and the regime. It isn't for Nigeria. So they paid them handsomely to bow out. But surprisingly, we don't know how they played it. And Buhari preferred all these guys who call themselves presidency, they prefer to put the worst incompetent to replace the worst incompetent, so that the cycle remains the same and your complaints remain the same. But here we go. We as Yorubas, it doesn't matter what they try to turn this into anytime soon. It means that the story, the game is the same. That's the Sefini in Sunday Igboho's language, or in Sunday Igboho's words. Sefini. They have only changed guard, but they have not changed pattern. They have not changed mission. Mission remains the same. Okay, the advancement of Fulani terrorists into every part of Nigeria, and any governor who stands against that risk losing that comfort or perk of power he currently enjoys that I believe he has. But let me tell you this. This is for the record. And that doesn't mean that I don't have friends, or let me say I don't have fans who are Fulanis, who are probably just like what I'm doing too. But let me tell you this, until 1793, there was nobody, there was nothing like Fulani in any part of any land or every land that make up today's Nigeria. Let me say that again. Until 1793, there was nowhere, nothing called Fulani tribe, Fulani race, Fulani land, or anywhere in any part of all the geographical coverage, the map of Nigeria of today. There is no land until 1793 when they showed up and they started the war in Gobri. They started the war that finally gave them the land that they won, and which some people believe that Hausa people, who are the indigenous people of the most parts occupied by the Fulanis in northern Nigeria today, after the war of Uthman Danfodio, there was no land, there was nowhere, there was no even a single tribe anywhere called Fulani land in any part of today's map of Nigeria. But today, they are in charge according to whatever they want us to believe. They control everything, they can do and undo. And today, we have Miyetiala telling our own governors, telling our own obas, telling our own political leaders, opinion leaders, religious leaders, telling our own youth that have you not heard that every land in Nigeria belongs to the Fulani. Even some Fulani themselves are now coming out to say that's like going too far. Well, it is power. They did it in Ilorin. And today, an average Ilorin man or woman, son or daughter, is having that identity crisis. They don't know if they should call themselves Fulani Northerners or North Centrals, or to call themselves Yorubas or not. You know what I mean? And here we are. Where is next to Ilorin? You have Ogbomosho, you have Ibarapa, you have Oke Ogun. And once the advancement comes down, maybe our own children will grow up trying to be in this identity crisis too, because the Fulanis will tell them too that every land in this area belongs to them. Now, not a single, well, many are currently standing up, so don't let me use a blanket statement. Ilorin, Kwara, Ilorin, Ile Yoruba. They are now battling with if they should be called Fulani or not. Even Bukola Saraki is claiming to be a Fulani man and a Yoruba man. So identity crisis. Seyi Makinde, for some reason, seems to have shot himself on the foot, and I don't know how he's going to wriggle. I mean, how he's going to get out of it. How he's going to wriggle out of it. No matter what security promised by Buhari, whatever security promised by the Nigerian army, Nigerian police, they say it is the same mission. And our people are being killed for it. Seyi Makinde and his other Yoruba governors 2 days ago said they are not sending Fulani away from the forest anymore. Meanwhile, what the Yorubas are asking is that, yes, there are legit, everyone is legit until you begin to misbehave and people will say, where are you from? I believe that once you are, once you do everything legally in your own, community, wherever you choose to live, wherever you come from, everywhere you live, wherever you live should be your home. And the community you build around that should reflect on who you are and the kind of people that live there, which means that it doesn't matter where you come from or who you are. If you want to live peacefully with those you are meeting where you are, then you will need to respect them for them to respect you. So those who are doing their legitimate businesses in Yoruba land, those who are selling cows, those who are bringing their cows to Yoruba land, selling them to our Yoruba brothers and sisters, and everybody who is buying from them in Yoruba, that is called trade. Do that, pay tax, do all of that. That's legit. That is traceable. That's kind of trade that has identity. We can say, I bought this cow from Umoru. I bought this cow from Ibrahim. Oh, I bought this you know what I mean? But what do you say to those who are staying in the forest? and they are claiming to be others too, carrying guns and attacking, raping our women. And that is not even the only problem of insecurity we have. And that's why I'm actually going to add that to my conversation tonight. But before I continue, I'm going to take you to Abuja. Seyi Makinde finally came out and he said they were going to send 200 Amotekuns to Oke Ogun, Ibarapa, all the local government areas there, to go and flush out all the criminals in the forest. He is so scared to call them Fulani terrorists. They said they have arrested 56 of them, and they're going to prosecute them. But he's so scared to tell us their identity, to give us their names, so that they won't say, oh, they are Fulanis and all of that. He's meant to be talking for Yoruba. So finally, he said they were going to do a lot to protect the Oke Ogun Ibarapa area from the terrorists kidnapping the people. That's good news. That is what the government should do. Not telling those who are tired, after they were tired of waiting for government, they now took action instead of condemning them and threatening them and calling them criminals like you did to burn down Sunday Igboho's house, right? That's what a government should do. You don't point fingers or gaslight people who are tired of your political gains. However, people still don't believe him. He looks so scared. So he went to Abuja today to go and see the breeding Maiyegun, the lifeless Buhari. For some reason, I don't have the clip for their meeting. I have pictures. I don't think you are really interested in that. But this is what Seyi Makinde said when they put him in that room where they always put everyone that they have probably won and whipped with words. That you better behave yourself. All this nonsense. So yeah, go inside that room and talk to media there. Buhari media boys are there with their phones and camera. Oh yeah, go there and talk and say everything is fine. Seyi Makinde sat there, a Yoruba governor from Oyo. A Yoruba. Well, this is what you have to say before we continue.
I came to brief Mr. President on the security situation in Oyo State. There's been a lot of fake news all around, so I wanted to be sure that Mr. President clearly have a first-hand information, from myself, which I did, and we also exchanged ideas about what we need to do better. Some of the programs that we have put in place to ensure that this security issue is tackled. So that's basically why I came here.
Seyi Makinde. You can tell. That's not all. He said a lot, not just the okay, I just want you to see him, and then you can be the judge, all right? Watch this.
We have an history of living together, peacefully, amongst all the ethnic groups that are present in Oyo State. For instance, what triggered all of this? Yes, Mr. Dr. Aborode was brutally murdered. That is a criminal. But on the other hand, the Seriki Alaji Abdul Kadir has been staying in that same place for 40 years. So, quite frankly, the people that were after are the criminals. They are the hoodlums, the bandits, the armed robbers, the kidnappers. Those are the true enemy of the state, and those are the people that we will go after. The Constitution of Nigeria guarantees that you can live in any part of Nigeria. You just have to be law-abiding, obey the local us in such areas. And that is what we are pushing, and that is what we will continue to push as a government. Thank you very much. Areas, and that is what we are pushing, and that is what we will.
Can you believe that? You can tell, Abi. Somebody said, well, because they didn't give him the written script as usual, that we sit down and you'll be reading with seriousness, like he's taking a real action. He was actually there defending Seriki. He said nothing about the people whose farms have been destroyed. He said nothing about the son of the king of Igboho, the prince of Igboho that was kidnapped. He didn't say anything about this man that returned from Germany, Dr. Buratai, that cultivated 300 acres of land, destroyed by Fulani, and he went there to complain, and he got killed. He didn't say anything about that because it's inside Aso Rock. Do you get that now? He was defending that Seriki. He's been staying there for 40 years. So I'm only trying to let you know that you may be battling with emotion, like it's so hard to take it, like, to accept that anything Seyi Makinde says about this Fulani terrorists in Oyo State, it's so hard to accept it, that everything he says is a lie. It's going to be a lie. You cannot take him serious, because even if he wants to do it, if he indeed wants to stop them, he has no will, no stamina to go ahead. You can read it through him. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Exactly. Right? That he may try and speak and say, oh, we are planning this, it's all, it's just trying to make you feel like it's not that we are not doing it. It's a lie. They are holding him. God knows what they have for him. God knows what they have on Makinde. That's not just the one. He continued trying to do his because those who are there, we don't know who are behind cameras. We don't know. He's sitting there. He's doing defending Seriki that is collecting ransom money from the victims of from kidnapped victims' family, and he'll go and give it to their kidnappers before their family members are released. Seriki is fine. Here is another one.
Issue that I discussed with Mr. President is the fact that Oyo State, the land mass is quite big. I mean, Oyo State is close to 29,000 square kilometers, and if you take all the states in the southeast geopolitical zone of Nigeria, if you take Imo, add it to Abia, add it to Enugu, add it to Anambra, add it to Ebonyi, they're still not as big as Oyo State. And the state right now only has 2 mobile police squadrons. So I requested for more mobile police squadrons to be deployed to Oyo State. And also joint security outfits. We ask for support for them. And in terms of, because the underlying issue here also has to do with limited opportunity. The tension will definitely go down if a lot of people, a lot of our youth are gainfully employed. So we briefed the president on what we're doing in that regard.
That is Seyi Makinde. They say sometimes, it better make person open a mouth. Sometimes when you just keep your mouth shut, nobody will know whether you get sense or you don't get sense. Abi? Some of you are watching the video, then you're like, hello. What are you talking about? What is Enugu? What is the business of the size of Enugu? Combine it to Ebonyi, combine it to Abia, combine it to Anambra. What does that have to do with the security situation you said you discussed with Buhari? So you want to tell us that Oyo State is so big? Okay, fine. We know Oyo is big. Everybody knows Oyo State is big. What we are talking about is that people of Oke Ogun, Ibarapa, and all those areas are victims of Fulani terrorists kidnapping them. And when the people cried to government, nobody responded. When they cried to the police, when they cried to the military, nobody responded. Now, people have they now cried to Sunday Igboho, who happened to be a son of the soil. Sunday Igboho is not, let me tell you something. Nigeria media is calling Sunday Igboho Yoruba activist. Don't let us mix this whole thing together, okay? Don't let us mix the whole thing together, okay? The people of Oke Ogun, when you hear Oke Ogun, and you hear, when you hear Ibarapa, they have about 3 local government areas making up that Ibarapa, that singular name, Ibarapa local government. 3 local government areas with God knows how many towns. Among those towns, among those local governments, they have Oke Ogun. They have Igboho. Igboho is from Oke Ogun area. Yeah. They have they have Ayete, they have Igongon. All these areas are like small towns or towns that make up all the local government area. These are not just villages. And in their forest, there are Fulanis living in those forests. God knows who gave them the place, yeah? And the people have they have not had problem with them that they've never been able to resolve until now, until 5 years ago when APC became government, okay? But somehow, Ijoba Kosheleri, constituted authority, Ajimobi, was able to control them a lot for his own 8 years. All the crashes, all the wahala, he was able to tame them. Okay? So until 2019, that Seyi Makinde came in, that thing changed. And Seyi Makinde knew. And part of his own effort to stop any kind of all these killings, attacks, kidnappings, and all of that was why he, as a PDP governor, went into a relationship with other Yoruba governors who are APC governors. Do you understand that now? So this is the genesis. Now, Seyi Makinde knew the problem. He could not do anything. He decided to join them to create Amotekun, and even decided to fund Amotekun so that they can be primarily and just for that job, go into the forest and protect those areas from those killers. Right? But he couldn't do it. People are still waiting. The first time that Amotekun, that they will officially move into Ibarapa area of Oyo State was on the 7th of January 2021. Meanwhile, Amotekun was launched January 2020, last year. That was when they started the law on Amotekun. But for a whole year, they were just going back and forth. Even to this day, apart from Ondo and Oyo, if you go to Ogun State, there's no Amotekun there. If you go to Osun State, there's no real Amotekun there. If you go to Lagos State, you can't even find there any office called Amotekun office. If you go to Ekiti State, Fayemi is not doing anything about it. Do you get that now? A year after. But Seyi Makinde knew that he started he joined Amotekun issue for him to be able to have chance to create a state police-like unit that will be dedicated to going after these criminals. But only God knows what happened. So January 7th, they moved. And on that January 7th, General Togun, retired General Togun, who happened to be the commander, is the commander, or let me say, is the one in charge of Amotekun for Oyo State. Do you know what he said? He came back and he said, their operation to flush out bandits. Before then, before they moved on the 7th of January 2021, that is before Amotekun left for this operation on the 7th of January 2021, December 2020, Seyi Makinde was somewhere in Oyo or thereabout. And he was talking about insecurity in the Ibarapa and Oke Ogun, that his government is doing something because they have received intelligence reports that some terrorists, he called them foreign terrorists, they are now moving in from Mali, from Niger, from Chad, from all these places into Oyo State. Then he didn't say they are moving to Yoruba land. He said they are moving into Oyo State and they are moving into Nigeria. They are using Oyo State as the gateway to Nigeria. Where are they going in Nigeria when they are in Oyo State? Where else? They are finding their land to Kebbi. Do you need any car to take you to Oyo State before you get to Kebbi? When you are coming from Niger, or you are coming from Mali, or you are coming from Gambia, or you are coming from Uganda. All these places that they have been rejected because of their violence. Shaki, it was Shaki. God bless you, Nasir. Olamide. You remember that video where he said, foreign bandits are coming to Oyo State, coming into Nigeria through Oyo State, and that his government is doing a lot. Amotekun will go after them. Amotekun will keep you all safe. What Seyi Makinde was saying there was that they have already perfected plan. After long wait, that we just have to do it, Oga. Oga, we just have to do it. People, we are receiving reports every day of people being kidnapped, people being attacked, robbery, farms being destroyed, and all of that. We just need to do it. So Seyi Makinde used that occasion to say we are receiving. So if you see us chasing after these Fulani bandits, sorry, they are not bandits. We are not chasing after Fulani. We are only chasing after foreign bandits. He wanted to be diplomatic. So on the 7th of January, Amotekun moved to Ibarapa local government areas. And the operation lasted for about 24 hours. And within that period, you know what happened? General Togun, go online now, use your other phone or device and Google this. Retired General Togun, Amotekun Commander, Oyo State, and his statement on the 7th of January, on the Amotekun's operations, on the 7th of January. Just put it that way. And then you will read it word for word, what General Togun said about that operation. He said their operation succeeded because they were able to flush out these terrorists from 3 local government areas. It was then that we realized that they have already occupied 4 local government areas in Oyo State. It was General Togun, Amotekun commander, that made that known, that made that disclosure. But they met a problem in one of the local governments. In one of that local government is where you have Igongon. Igongon is where that Seriki Fulani is, because the people of the area, they have come to know the camp of the Fulani. It's like when they kidnap you, when everyone says they kidnap them, they realize that when they release you, they will release you from they call the place Bororo camp, Bororo village. Those are the Fulani villages they have managed to build up in the forest. They have Seriki, their leader. Okay? So people said nobody, no one, not even the police, not Nigerian army, no one dare cross the 3 roadblocks to the man's place before you get to that Bororo's village. They are like authority on their own. They will just go to the motorway, kidnap people, march them down, put them in one of those their hideout in the forest, call their Seriki that they have kidnapped people, then make their kidnapped victims to call their families to go and pay money. So when you want to pay that money, they will bring you close to Igongon. People didn't know that Igongon area, Bororo village, they called it to Yoruba Lando. Bororo village. The people didn't know that that is the kidnappers' den. Until they kidnapped the prince of Igongon, somebody whose father is the king. Imagine they kidnap you, your papa has to pay 4 million before they release you. And the people who kidnap you and release you, they just have across the road. But they don't point your papa well to lead anybody to come there. So police don't go there, military don't go there because they are protected. That's the true life story. So the people now called on Sunday Igboho. Did I not just tell you now that Igboho is also part of the Ibarapa local government areas of Oke Ogun? Ibarapa local government areas, including Oke Ogun. Igboho is in Oke Ogun. Sunday Igboho is a town. And for Sunday Igboho, it is an alliance. So his people called on him. We have written to the governor. They can't do anything. Okay, let me finish the story of Amotekun. Why Sunday Igboho finally had to go. So Amotekun told us that they arrested 46 people in that operation. And they killed 7 bandits. But guess what? Immediately the news broke out. Fulani bandits killed. Fulani bandits killed. The Oyo State government, Seyi Makinde, they changed the story. That was when they now told us that it is wrong, it is fake news to say they killed Fulani bandits. The people they killed are the foreign terrorists, but they have no identity, right? In fact, the people they arrested, because Amotekun Corps commander told us that they arrested 46. So they now changed the story. They said, no, we didn't arrest 46. The people we arrested with guns, they were vigilantes. In fact, they are vigilantes of Maiyegun. We have been working with Maiyegun. You see the operation where we flushed out foreign bandits from Yoruba land, from 3 local governments of Oyo State. We actually did it with Maiyegun. That was how the story started changing. And the people in Oke Ogun, Ibarapa, they know that all these things are lies. They're not going to happen. They called their son. Sunday. Are you just going to be looking at us? Are you just going to be ignoring all of this? Are you just going to pretend that you don't know that all of these killings and kidnappings have been going on in the Oke Ogun, Ibarapa area? Are you just going to pretend? Then Sunday Igboho said, well, if that is the case, I will come down and see things for myself. That was when Sunday Igboho, the video you saw, where they went there to go and see things. Is it true that people are being kidnapped around this area? Is it true that they killed Dr. Aborode? Is it true that they killed Madam Sulia? Like, people did nothing. Government did nothing. Okay. So when they go to Igboho, the people of Igboho traumatized, completely traumatized. They told him everything. That was when they told him that, you see, we have always suspecting the people there. The last time we paid their 4 million ransom for the release of the prince, the king's son here, we took the money to that camp before they released the son to us. And we have seen so many people who have told us when they run around, escape into this place. They told us that they are released from that forest, but we dare not go there because they have 3 roadblocks. Dr. Aborode, a very well-known man who returned from Germany, who started a 300 acres of farm, planted maize, planted all manners of agro products. Yeah, they destroyed his farm, grazed on his farm, and he decided to go and see the Seriki and report to him. He didn't make it to the 3rd roadblock before they captured him. They tied him down. They butchered him. His driver escaped to go and tell the villagers that the Bororos have taken him. He didn't make it to the 3rd roadblock. He made it through the 1st, 2nd, the 3rd one. They killed him. And they told them that you can come and fight us. So the people told Sunday Igboho, don't go there. If you want to go there, you have to be ready to fight. It was like, yeah, is it really that bad? That even if I want to go there just now, they will fight me. I was like, they will shoot you. I was like, okay, boys, let us go and see the Seriki. We did not come here to fight. We just want to know what is going on. Why is it so bad that they cannot settle any misunderstanding and live together? Let's go there. So when they move, when the Fulani in their 1st roadblock, when you're going there, when they saw the soldiers behind Sunday Igboho coming, they ran away. You saw that video. So it wasn't about fight. It wasn't about hating Fulani. It wasn't about being enemies of Fulani. It was a matter of necessity when everybody decided to play politics with it. When everybody decided to try to underplay the problem, Sunday Igboho showed up, gave the people hope, gave them the completely lost hope Then he met their Seriki and his son. You know the story. They shot at him. They took away Sunday Igboho and his team. They took away 2 guns. 2 guns from those people for just going there to ask, what is the problem? What is going on? Seriki, your boys, what is it? You see, this one just shot at us now. You are just standing there. You don't even know what to say. It's like you are shocked that we made it to this place. It's like you are surprised that we made it to your house because of the army of Fulani that you put on the way, that when people are coming to your camp, they have to pass through 3 roadblocks. Police can't come here. Soldiers can't come here. You are like your own country here. What is going on? See, listen, we don't know any deal you make with anybody. We don't know who is giving you this confidence. We don't know who gave you this power. But let me tell you this. This is our father's land. And I don't care who are those behind you. We are going to come back here in 7 days. You have shown me that everything people were telling me, they were true. That indeed, this is a terror camp. That anybody who comes here and live alive should go and do Thanksgiving. In Yoruba land, I'm going to come back here in 7 days. I will come back in 7 days, and I'm going to give you 2 options. 1, those who are committing this crime of kidnapping, killing our people, I want you, Seriki, to fish them out in 7 days. So that when I come here, I want to see them. Or, if you are not going to produce them, you have to leave this place in 7 days before we come back. That was the genesis of Fulani should leave Igongo. Fulani should leave Ibarapa land. Then the rest of us Yorubas are like, it is not just Ibarapa. It is not just Igongo. Not just Oyo State. Go to Ondo State. Go to Ekiti State. Go to Osun State. Now we have actually found out that it's not even just about kidnapping and all of these things that are going on in Yoruba land, ladies and gentlemen. It is not just because they want to take your land for whatever you think they want to use the land for. Fulanis, they are not productive. They are peripherals. They are like scroungers. They don't look at their political class. What are they doing? Stealing from the poor, the same poor that they claim to represent, even though they claim to be saints and they're better. Yeah. Then look at those who are in their pastoral whatever business, moving cows and all of that. Look at them destroying livelihood of those who are into agriculture. So they are not really in any way productive. But it's more than that. In Yoruba land right now, there is a gold rush. So many of us Yorubas, we don't know. There is a gold rush in Yoruba land right now as you are watching me. Gold rush. And they believe that, you see all this Oke Ogun, Ibarapa, Ayete, Igogon, going forward to Osun, Ijesa, all these areas in Osun State, all those places they are going to become Zamfara. They are going to be naturally Zamfara in this 2021, 2022. You will think they are just there to kidnap people for money. Okay? Kidnapping people for money right now is just kidnapping people to buy for money to buy guns. For those of them who are using the money for guns to protect themselves against and fight you. Now, let me take it again, because sometimes, when all these things comes, when they come to my mind, I should share them as they come on. Yeah. Sometimes I just, jump from one story to another, one instance to another, and all of that, just to link and dot the lines all here and there for it to make sense to you, the real danger here. Let me give you a bit of a rephrase. I've told you that the change of a guard in Abuja is not going to change our situation anywhere in Yoruba land. The advancement of the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land is going to continue. Okay, the coverage they are getting is going to continue. But I want to tell you that is what it is for now. But it's more than that. It is more than the fact that they are kidnapping people for money or destroying people's farms. There is gold rush in Yoruba land that all the elite in Yoruba land who are currently keeping their lips, their lips sealed, yeah, trying to, to shy away from the reality of today. They are thinking it's just about being kidnapped and the Fulani this, Fulani that. There is more. There are foreigners from God knows where, right? That are not even from Nigeria at all, hunting for gold. And to hunt for gold, they need to take over either your village or take over your land and tell you to do your worst. Because as we speak, there are so many, the numbers of illegal gold mining across Yoruba land right now is staggering, is scary. And for them to keep all those land, they need to kill all the owners of the land. So if you found them at the back of your village and you begin to ask yourself, but we don't even have anything here for them to take. It may be the fact that they have found their gold trace to your area and they will kill you even if they haven't found any gold. That is happening in Nigeria right now. And those who are perpetuating that, they are not just Fulanis. There are more. And that is an insecurity problem for Yoruba land that is going to be overshadowed by the Fulani that we are talking about. There is more. But the Fulani of this, and the approach that the Yoruba governors are taking right now, trying to be politically correct, against this insecurity problem in Yoruba land will soon become Zamfara, become Borno. So we'll be dealing with all these never seen before crimes and insecurity problems in Yoruba land, simply because our Yoruba governors wants to be politically correct at the expense of the lives of their people, right? So Sunday Igboho showed up, said, I'm gonna go. Then from nowhere, Seyi Makinde started giving a warning. Seyi Makinde started, everybody started talking about tribal war. Everybody started talking about, you cannot be blaming Fulani, you cannot be blaming Fulani. Like, yeah, Sunday Igboho is being used, blah, 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 and every other scandal they were going to probably still pop up. I have advised him to some of my friends who are close to him. I spoke to a very, very good one of mine today. And I told him, tell him to stop giving all those useless interviews. If he's not going to be speaking to those who believe in Oduduwa Republic, right? Those who believe and who actually understand how he got involved in this whole thing, how his people called him to save them, how he got involved. And now that they are going to gaslight him or to scapegoat him, where all Yorubas should be rallying around him, he should rather just go to platforms that genuinely believe in what he is doing, not those who want to catch in on that, on him, and then set him up on all those stupid questions in a way to get many of you to begin to say, I don't even know why I'm actually listening to him. He did something that nobody did for the people of Ibarapa, Oke Ogun, for 5 years. He did it in a day, and he paid the price. They burned down his house. That was how Sunday Igboho got involved. And when Sunday Igboho got to Ibarapa, when he got to Igongon, there were policemen waiting for him, sent the operation boss waiting for him, sent by Seyi Makinde. They don't want to start a tribal war. What is tribal war? People are being killed. If Sunday Igboho was just like any other lousy politician, somebody who just want to make a mouth or anything, and he decided to go and see Seriki, we'll be writing rest in peace for him right now. So they actually tried to kill him that day. And then, what do you expect? For every action, you will expect opposite or counter reaction, won't you? Thank you so much, John Abiola, for your super sticker there. Well appreciated. Okay, thank you. So you can use the super chat or super sticker under the comment. It's not available everywhere. For those who are asking, how can I use the super chat? It's so easy. If it is available in your own present location, you will see the $sign beside your comment, right? If you tap it, you also see where it says join Maiyegun's Diary membership platform. You can use that, or you can just use the super sticker or the super chat. It's right there under. So if you are interested, you can always use that. So thank you, Baba. So Seyi Makinde is playing balls with them. Afterward, they burned down Sunday Igboho's house. they have been threatening to get him arrested, that they will have him arrested because the Fulanis are actually baying for blood. Do you get that now? They are baying for blood. Nobody should be able to stop them. The Yoruba governors have compromised. They have decided to let them have the leeway, the freeway. You get what I mean? They have set up everybody that's going to probably stand up and say no in our own community, no in your own community, and all of that, by trying to politicize it. So I picked something up online, and I'm going to share that with you. Where Sunday, who knows that politicians will always be politicians, and they are trying to turn this into politics, try to make it look like he was just looking for trouble. He was just looking for attention that his own people are asking you to give them, to save them from bandits, save them from killers, save them from all these people, that you didn't. Now he did, and they want to, because of their 2023 nonsense, they have been saying a lot. I got this, and I think this answered a lot, and I will interpret this for some of you, my friends, who don't understand the Yoruba. So watch this.
Orí ẹ̀ ò burú ó rò pé gbogbo nǹkan tí mo ń bá yín fa ẹ̀rù mo ń bá yín ṣeré ọmọ yẹn tẹ́ ti rán sí mi tẹ́ ń pè àtàwọn ọ̀gá rẹ̀ tẹ́ ń rán sí mi pé fẹ́ fún mi lówó kí n stop ẹ̀kẹ́ fi lè dìbò 2023 ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú ẹ̀yin ọmọ rẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ìran yóò bá dáadáa dáwọn yìí ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ̀ ń pa ẹ̀mọ yóò tẹ́ kó lọ lóyìnbó tẹ́ fi ń ra lé sílùú èbó owó tẹ́ kẹ́ fi tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n mọ ha dọ́là ní káàkiri ní club ẹ̀sọ́ àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ àwọn àǹtí wa ẹ̀sọ́ wọn dolóso wọ́n parí ìwé wọn níríṣẹ́ wọ́n so lóso ẹ̀sọ́ gbọ́n àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n tó parí ìwé tó yunifásitì ẹ̀sọ́ wọn dọ̀ ọlọ́kadà ẹ̀sọ́ wọn dọ̀ márúwá ọwá ní wọ Kànfẹ́mi Òjùdú Sunday Igboho àìná àbọ̀lọ̀fẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ jẹ́ níbo ló ti mọ̀ níbo lè ti mi àti ẹ ti dapọ̀ kí ló dé mi àti ẹ pọ̀ tó bá rẹ̀ jẹ́ pé fún mi 10 kọ́bọ̀ wọ́n máa nu Fẹ́mi àbíkílò Òjùdú àbíkílò pẹ̀lẹ́ yìí bọ́sìtà kó ní kọ́mọ rẹ̀ tó ẹ pé wọ́n parọ́ pé gbówó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ní kọ́mọ rẹ̀ kú mọ́ lójú tó ẹ pé fún mi lówó àmọ́ gbówó lọ́wọ́ yín bẹ́ẹ̀. Gbogbo ọgbọ́n tẹ́sà fi discourage mi lórí prógámù yìí lẹ́sàn bàálù tó dẹ̀ ti fò lọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá lọ́wọ́ tí mo wà yìí bàálù tó ti fò lẹ́ ń tawọ́ sí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá lọ́wọ́ tèmi àti ìjọ fà yìí èmi kọjá ní tẹ́ẹ̀pẹ́ fẹ́ búra ẹ̀ fún mi lówó ìwọ gan fẹ́mi tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ sọ lówó lọ́wọ́ tó mi ni so lówó lọ́wọ́ tó mi ẹran kó lórí burúkú náà dáadáa sí wọ́n gan lówó lọ́wọ́ tó mi ni débi pé ìwọ ń sọ yamayama à ń pè mí tọ́ọ̀kì tó bá nírù mi lọ́mọ ọmọ dúpẹ́ fọlọ́ ni ọ̀sùn mi dáwọn olóòórùn àwọn tẹ́ ń kó kiri tẹ́ ń fi wọ́n ṣe kiri ni tí n bá fẹ́ ṣe tọ́ọ̀gì lẹ́yìn irú wọ ó lè sanwó mi ni ọkọ̀ tí mo ń lò tí mo nínú àgbàlá sí yàrá ìyá rẹ̀ ni ẹranko jàjàtì ẹ stop gbogbo yamayama tẹ́ ń ṣe yẹn no going back lọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá lórí tí mo ń bá yín fa no going back táwọn kẹ máa ń tẹ̀ hàn tẹ̀ ń rò pé ẹjọ́ tó ń tẹ̀ pé kọ́ lọ́wọ́ nǹkan ṣe kí 2023 wèrè tẹ̀ ń fi àjẹ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ̀ ń ṣe bámbám láyó ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bí ń pọ̀ mẹ́nìkan kan àwọn Fúlàní agbénipa wọ́n ń pa wá wọ́n ń jẹ́ àwọn búrọ́dà wa gbé wọ́n ń gbowó rèbèrèbè lọ́wọ́ wọn ẹ̀ ronú bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe security ilẹ̀ Yorùbá gbogbo àti bẹ́ẹ̀ lè bo lè wálé mọ́ ẹ̀ ronú bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe mi lọ́mọ Nàìjíríà tí Fúlàní fẹ́ gbé mi lọ́mọ Nàìjíríà tí Fúlàní fẹ́ jí gbé ìláyà tẹ́ fẹ́ jí gbé Fúlàní 1 million dẹ̀ lè dá mi lọ́nà bẹ́ẹ̀ mo sọ fún yín bọ̀ ẹ̀yin pípù yìí ń gbà pé wèrè ara yín gbogbo ẹ̀ sẹ́nitọ̀ wọ̀nyí ẹ̀yin ọ̀nà ẹ̀rú tẹ́ bá ń lọ ẹ̀ kó mọ̀ pò ẹ̀ kó sójà rẹ̀ ni kọ̀tọ̀ tó lè dẹ́yìn dúró gbogbo àwọn ẹlẹ́ni tí wọ́n alẹ́ tó lè ṣe security fún wọn wọ́n jí wọn gbé ẹ worú obìnrin tó wá láti lóyìnbó wọ́n múlẹ̀ wọ́n ń bá ìyàwó sùn lójú ọkọ wọ́n ń bọ́ ọmọ sùn lójú bàbá tẹ́nìkan kò lè ṣe nǹkan kan fún wọn ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú tẹ̀ ń pẹ̀lẹ́ olóṣèlú yìí ní nǹkan kan ṣe sí wá bí ìyàwó ṣe ní jẹ Yorùbá mọ́ adèlá àṣẹ mọ́ eléyìí ti tó ó ti tó gẹ́ ó ti tó gẹ́ táwọn àti wọn bá parí yunifásitì táwọn tó mọ lọ kọ́ yá dírẹ́sà nígbà tí wọn bá ríṣẹ́ níbi tí wọn bá ti ń wáṣẹ́ káàkiri tán kó ìwé presidency àsábẹ́yá ẹ mọ̀ fokó lọ wọn ní pẹ́fẹ́ bá wọn sùn lẹ́yìn olóòbùkún sẹ́nitọ̀ wọn tó lù sẹ́ǹsì kọmíṣánná olóòbùkún ààrẹ nígbà tó ń ṣe kọmíṣánná lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ọmọ yìí àwọn tó wáṣẹ́ wá dọ̀rẹ́ tó bá sùn láwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tó bá yé wọn jẹ́ tó ìpè ọmọ fi ń pakọ̀ bọ́ta kò ṣe fídíò pé ọmọ pamọ́ ọba àwọn ẹ̀sùn ọba àwọn ọlọ́mọ sùn nígbà tó ń ṣe kọmíṣánná tó wáṣẹ́ wá sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ ìwọ́n náà wá fẹ́ relevant ìwọ́n náà lẹ́nu ọ̀rọ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn Sunday Igboho àìná ẹranko jáde kọ́lọ́ stop gbogbo yamayama tẹ̀ ń ṣe kiri yẹn lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá tí mo fa inú going back ni Yorùbá ti bọ́ lóko ẹrú ẹgbàá mo sọ fún yín yẹn gbogbo ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú tẹ kóra yín jọ tẹ̀ ń ta Yorùbá Ọlọ́run balẹ̀ àtọ̀nà yín jẹ́ kẹ́ sọ́ra ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú kẹ́ sọ́ra yín o sẹ́mo pé mo mọ̀ yín dáadáa mo mà sí ní yín gan gbogbo owó tẹ̀ ń gbé kọjá sóhun ó jẹ́ kọjá ọmọ yé mi àtẹ̀yìn báyẹn o tẹ̀ ń gbé kọjá sílùú èbó gbogbo owó tẹ̀ kẹfẹ́ túnlẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe kẹ fún wa níná tó dáa kẹ fún wa lómi kẹ fún wa ní security tẹ̀ ń kó kọjá lọ sílùú òyìnbó tẹ̀ lọ́mìnira lílá ńlá látẹ̀ gbé mọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ kẹ gbé ẹnu yín lọ́wọ́.
So it's like it's like in that paramount. I'll try my best to remember as much as I can and interpret that for you. So Sunday Igboho was reacting to the Femi Ojodu who wrote something online about Sunday Igboho. It was like Sunday Igboho I know, and he was telling a story about how they used him to prevent PDP from rigging election in 2009 for Fayemi. And that he went to see them. It was him who called him and make arrangements. And when Sunday Igboho came in and met with them, he left and make sure that all his supporters left Oyo State. That, you know, that story. But Sunday Igboho was very clear in that video that whatever you want to say about me, just know that we know ourselves, okay? What he's fighting for, that all these people, Fulani, kidnapping our people, destroying their farms and doing all of that. We are no longer interested anymore. Yoruba is tired. We are tired of all this promise and fail, all this waiting game, all this looting, all this passing the buck and passing the blame. The Yorubas are tired. And he's referring to Yoruba politicians, so don't think he's talking about Nigeria. Sunday Igboho is more interested in Yoruba land. And that is why it seems that I'm so personally thrilled, honestly speaking. And many people actually feel same towards him, that he's never tried to be who he's not, you know. He's Sunday Igboho. He's Sunday Igboho. Those who knows him, they know who he is. And now that they know he's very straightforward and you know, transparent person, if he's going to tell you yes, it's a yes. And then you probably love to have him on your side. So this time around, he's on the side of the people. He said all this nonsense, all these things, that he has no family in Nigeria for any Fulani to kidnap, right? His children are not in Nigeria. His wives are not in Nigeria. They are living outside Nigeria. So he can live his life, and there is no, you know, there's no way 1 million Fulanis can stop him on his way if he's going anywhere in any part of Yoruba land. So they can't stop him. So you politicians who are being elected to protect the people, you abandon them, and you want to turn. That's what he said. He said you abandon the people. The people are being kidnapped. They are being killed now. You abandon them, and you are trying to make me. Trying to say Sunday Igboho, you know, Sunday Igboho, you know. Should the whole thing be about me, or should it be about the people that are being killed? What's my business with, you know, that's part of the party. And he said, no going back. And that no going back is that those who are kidnapping our people, they must leave. That no agreement they make with any of these people will really, you know, hold water. They won't stay, they won't stay. That if anybody is promising them anything, they can continue to promise them. That they won't stay, is that they won't stay. I don't know the position today. I was intending to bring him on Maiyegun's diary probably before I go back to work this weekend. If I'm able to bring him on, I want him to come on and have a wee chat with us on where we are, where we're going, and then, you know, how this is going to play out, pan out. I have also been, you know, talking to some of the guys around somewhere, Sunday Igboho, that we would love to see him go around and encourage people from all the areas, the hotspots areas where this threat of Fulani terrorism is now gaining roots, like Ijebu. That's my own area. And I think it's at a point where I just feel like, man, it's coming on, man. It's coming on, man. It's going to eventually happen to everybody anyway. One way or the other, we're going to have a taste of it. Now they are doing it on the Lagos, they're doing it on Lagos Shagamu Expressway. They're doing it on Shagamu Bini or Expressway right now. People being killed or kidnapped and paying ransom to terrorists. So it's so close to home. A woman was attacked in it, what do you call it, at the Kara area in Ijebu. She was attacked, butchered, shot at. For what? A woman. But she survived. They cut her wrist nearly. They cut her wrist open. For what? Yoruba woman. It's not that she's fighting with you on anything. Just to send that fear. That's what they are doing right now. And we need somebody to go around and spread this. I've also tried my effort. Now I'm working on something to reaching out to Papa Akitoye on the Yoruba, on the Oduduwa Republic campaign, and how we can be of help in these coming days, weeks, and months and years. As it is now obvious that the campaign of the murderous campaign of these Fulani killers will continue in Yoruba land, and the more Yorubas are empowered to protect themselves, and I'm talking about real empowerment now, where people will get support from all of us from outside Nigeria. So once I managed to establish that contact, and I know where they would like us to come in, yeah, then we'll get it all started. It's good to do it under the banner of the organization that is campaigning for the Oduduwa Republic, so that wherever it's going to pop up around there, which Sunday Igboho is part of, wherever it's going to pop up there, yeah, we'll receive our support, you know, in a big way. So I'm working on that. I'll give you back, you know what I mean? I'll give you a feedback on that. So we're also going to wait for the next few days as well to see what Seyi Makinde, who told everyone now that is sending 200 Amotekun to Oke Ogun. Well, let's wait for another few days, and let's hope that there won't be another killing, kidnapping, or you know, or farm destruction by these marauding criminals. And if Amotekun is unable to come out and parade these people, because we know that the arrangement with Amotekun has with Nigerian police, the Fulani oligarch, is that even if they ever arrest any Fulani terrorist anywhere, yeah, they have to hand them over to the police. Okay, the police will then hand them over to the DSS. The DSS will now release them back into the wild until the cycle starts all over again. You know what I'm talking about? So we want to see them really, really in public. We want to see their face. We want to see them stand trial in court. We want to see them sent to jail. And then we want to see them convicted for their crime. Seyi Makinde, you have told us you have 46 or 56 of them in your custody now. For you to begin to win our trust, for you to begin to, for us to begin to trust you, that whatever you have to do or plan to do to stop this criminality and this advancement, yeah, I mean, everything away now from the camera, from all the what have you. Now, for us to believe you now, we want to see these people that you said have been arrested. We want to see them in court. Ogun State governor, that one is dead, deaf, blind, and dumb. The APC governor, and that's what they do most. Just don't talk about it. If you don't talk about it, people will stop talking about it. Why his own people are being killed right now in Yewa area of Ogun State? The Abiodun of Ogun State is either blind, deaf, or dumb, or stupid as well. But everybody is trying to act like they are doing so on behalf of Yoruba. They are not. The agreement they made with the Miyetti Allah is not in the interest of the Yoruba people. It is the interest of the political class to tell the Fulani terrorists or the jihadists in charge of governments in Nigeria that don't worry, our people who are just trying to misbehave, we will take care of them. They are being politically correct. So by the time we manage to get in contact with Adetoye, I'm actually going to love to have him on Maiyegun's Diary as well, so that he can come on Maiyegun's Diary and talk to you, the Yoruba sons and daughters from diaspora, and ask you for your support. And we can then launch the Oodua Republic Defense Fund, whatever we want to call it, whatever they choose to call it. We will just partner with them and create that link for everybody all over the world to protect Yoruba land. We also need to begin to, why we need this fund and this support is that communication is key. Communication is key. The more Yorubas understand the danger of what it is their governors or every political class in Yoruba land represent in the Project Nigeria, in their arrangement with Fulani terrorists in government, which will have a long, this long-term repercussion for the generation coming after them. When all these guys will no longer be governors, when they now give all these guys leeway to now get rid of them, will now become the war they are now trying to avoid. Do you get that now? So if I can bring Akitoye to Maiyegun's Diary, it will be great. I think that will even give it a credibility. Some of you will then know that, well, maybe now you believe that Maiyegun actually supports Oduduwa Republic. Maiyegun support the creation, the funding, but I support a peaceful, educated, campaign, a very, very educated, educative campaign whereby citizens know what they have now and what they are asking for. I know this is going to be very expensive to do. If this is where we are going to plug in our own lifeline into the campaign of Oduduwa Republic, then we'll do it to make it pretty much credible. It will be great to have him on. So I'm going to work on that. Sunday Igboho also works with him in the campaign for Oduduwa Republic. So one way or the other, we'll work something out. And by the time we manage to get them on and set this link up. So as these people are wasting the opportunity of defending Yoruba land now that they have the power, we will be funding the education of every Yoruba son and daughter in Yoruba land. Programs, different programs that will go into different rural areas, communities, towns, villages, and groups, and everywhere in Yoruba land from now on. If we're able to do that, you will just be so surprised that you will shout Oduduwa Republic in the middle of Akure, and you will see hundreds, if not thousands of people that will gather around you because they know about it. They have been educated about it. For you to tell them to reject APC and PDP, we need to invest a lot in serious grassroots campaign for Oduduwa Republic. And I can tell you, if we really want to be independent, we must never rely on the money bag, the greedy politicians. You must not rely on those who are benefiting from Nigeria for them to negotiate the breakup of Yoruba from Nigeria. It is never going to happen. You are telling them to take away their feeding bottle. You are telling them to throw away their feeding bottle. It's not going to happen. You have to take it away from them. You have to take the feeding bottle away from them because you are the feeding bottle. Being part of that Nigeria is because, they're getting whatever they are getting from Nigeria as governors, as ministers, as senators, reps, board members, ambassadors, and whatever they are being given. Because they are called Nigerians, because they come from your tribe, they come from Biafra, they come from Oduduwa land. Now, those who are benefiting that, they will never agree with you to have Oduduwa Republic. They will never agree with you to have Biafra Republic. And they will do everything to sabotage that. And until you educate the people about what they can have from what they have now, which I'm asking you that we need to do, we will do that. Educating the people from the rural areas, the communities, funding the genuine Oduduwa campaign platform. And if I manage to get back into it on this program, that will be our 2021 goal, at least, to plug in a lifeline into the campaign of Oduduwa Republic, the awareness. I want a situation whereby when we finally say, let's go and do it, you will not need to explain yourself too much to anybody why they need Oduduwa Republic, because they know. And that is what our money will do. Those of us who are living from outside Nigeria, we can no longer go home. So many of us who are really following things going on back in Nigeria, so many of us are scared enough to say, I would rather stay away. I would rather send money. I would rather call them on video call. I don't want to take that risk. Why should I go to Nigeria? What if something happened to me? Do you get that now? What if, you know what I mean? So we are worried. The reason why you are worried now is going to get worse later, after this, okay? Yoruba people are peaceful people. We are accommodating people. We are loving people. We are cheerful and sharing people. No matter other things you may not like about us. Yeah, there are other things we don't like about other people too. But we learn to respect them and we still accommodate them. But if you can't respect us, if you can't respect our value, if you can't respect our culture, if our politicians are saying that we should accept those who are not going to respect us, respect our value, respect our culture, not just that, they will go ahead and kill us, rape us, and dare us to do our worst. Then it is time. When someone told me, Maiyegun, do you know that it is the Yorubas in diaspora that are going to save Yoruba land? Do you know that Yorubas in diaspora who are calling themselves Nigerians now, they are those who are going to save Nigeria, save Yoruba land from, from Nigeria. And that's it. That's how Nigeria will eventually break up. And I agree. I mean, to ask me, who are those who are sending back those remittances? That $35 billion we send back home every year. The money will remit back home every year. As Nigeria get worse, the money we send back home gets more and more. So we have been bailing Nigeria out. Who are those sending that money back? I don't want to use a blanket statement, but I'm not going to be completely, I'm not going to be totally wrong if I say 80% of that remittances are coming from the Southerners who are living outside Nigeria. When I say Southerners, our Igbo brothers, the Yoruba brothers, all of us living, Southerners who are living outside Nigeria are those who are remitting money back, because we are the people who are actually living outside Nigeria. The owners of Nigeria, they live in Nigeria. And I'm talking about the Hausa Fulanis. And I'm not saying this to take a dig. It's a fact. So now let us redirect where we send that money to. Instead of sending that money to pay school fees, to pay hospital bills, to buy food, to pay house rent, to pay all these things for people, our family members, random people on social media, offline, here and there, we can support Oduduwa Republic by setting up a standard fundraising platform. Not GoFundMe. GoFundMe is no. You should find something more standard that befits Oduduwa Republic campaign, whereby wherever you are, whatever bank you have, anywhere you are all over the world, if you love Oduduwa Republic, you will chip that money in, and that money goes straight to them in Nigeria, to all of them who will be doing the job of Oduduwa Republic. They have done a lot. And let me tell you something, for those who probably don't know what it takes to lead campaigns, consistently appear in the media, consistently on a cause, to get people around you, it's not cheap. And I can tell you that it's not really, really cheap. So they've managed to get this far. We can make it better. We can turn that pool of money into billions of hundreds of millions of naira. I'm talking about billions of naira as well, whereby this money can go through a platform, acknowledged, recognized platform, that we use that money to educate and pass awareness, into our inner towns, interland, and everywhere in Yoruba land. Okay? So that wherever they turn to, when you say Oduduwa Republic, they are not going to be talking about 2023. They will not be talking about presidency. They will not be talking about these useless political offices. They will understand what you are talking about. And they will be asking, we are just waiting. We are just waiting. We are just waiting. And that's something I would love to do by the special grace of God. It's our own way of making this happen. And it can happen if we take time. And accountability is the key. You get what I'm talking about? Once we can have, I don't have trust issue. We know that Nigeria has destroyed people's psyche so much that even when people left Nigeria, Nigeria's destruction of their mind, of their mindset, has gotten to a stage that they are suffering from trust issue. When money comes in, they suspect, oh, they are going to, these people are going to, we need that. Come on. Not all of us have trust issue. If people choose a cause and they have dedicated their lives for it, and they are so dedicated, determined, all you need is accountability. Accountability means when you give them support, you want to see what they are doing. Support you are giving to them is to encourage them. It's not to dictate for them. It's not to haunt them. It's not to make them become saints and all of that. I'm not that kind of a person. I just need to see a contact to those who are interested in Oduduwa Republic. Let us, we Oduduwans in the Biafra, let us use that in injecting our own life into the struggle. Maybe that is all that it takes. Maybe that is all that is needed, to get rid of all these political criminals who are playing political games with the lives of our people. They are not just playing that political games with the lives of the people in Nigeria. They are playing it with the lives of me and you. Okay, no matter how much we claim not to be part of Nigeria, even if you have never been to Sokoto, you will never be. Maybe if you have never been to Abia, and you will never be. But you have been to, possibly you have been to Lagos. You have been to so many places in Yoruba land because you come from one of them. Yeah? Those places are now under siege. And the politicians are underplaying it, playing politics with it. When they underplay it to make it look like it's not that serious, their victims won't be them, okay? It will be you and me. And whenever you find yourself around there, this reality will hit you. I don't want you to become a victim before you realize this. We can do a lot, okay? Not be all of us go carry gun, but we can do a lot to help our people because that's all they need. And in this modern day and time, we can raise billions of money for the cause that all of us are connected to. And what is that cause? freedom, liberty, liberation, which is liberty, and respect as some Oduduwas. Sunday Igboho, in all of his videos, he's been speaking Yoruba, and I don't encourage him to change. That is the kind of country I want to live in. I am guilty of this, but you know me. By the virtue of my platform and my audience, it is better I present to you in this language. But Sunday Igboho, when he speak, overnight in the last 2 weeks, whenever he speaks, everybody want to listen. Even those who don't understand him, they just want to listen to him because of what people are writing and saying about him. That's why I said protect him, protect every other person that is putting their lives and themselves forward, rather than criticize and bully them, or join those who are ready to pull them down. Because you see, those who are going to pull them down, they're not pulling them down because they love Yoruba land. They are pulling them down because if they stay up, their feeding bottles will be taken away. And that means you will be free. They will likely become you, which is better if everybody is free and nobody is in bondage. Sunday Igboho, I hope I'll be able to bring him on here anytime soon. I have tomorrow as my last off day. I'll be back to work day after that and day after that. And I'm off on Sunday. Between now and Sunday, I'll walk around bringing Sunday Igboho on here. I want to have him talk directly to the young people in Yoruba land. Tell them that they can be a Sunday Igboho on their father's land too. And those who are invading their lands, bringing in soldiers, bringing in the police to shoot and arrest them, I want Sunday Igboho to help me tell them that they can be a Sunday Igboho too. They can put a stop to it if they are desired to do it. If they decide to do it, I want him to say it to them on my program, and I'll bring him on Maiyegun's Diary, hopefully anytime soon. And if I can't, I will surely walk around bringing Baba Akintoye on Maiyegun's Diary. Either way, I'm interested in helping. Okay, not just talking about this. I want to help, and I know many of my friends want to help too, because we have this. This is what connects us, and if we can make it happen, why not? We're not gonna wait until we are all consumed by those who are negotiating over our heads when we are not even there. When they are doing the negotiation in Ondo yesterday or 2 days ago, the victims of the Fulani terrorist attack in Ondo, in Ekiti, in Ogun State, in Ijebu-Ode, in Ibarapa, in Oke Ogun, in all these areas, they were not invited. But all the Miyeti Allah terrorists, they were there. Their governors even flew from their northern terrorized region. They flew down to southwest, and when they were leaving, they got a deal for them. Instead of sending these criminals out of the forest, they are actually going to turn them to vigilantes so they can carry the gun now, officially. I'm going to see you tomorrow, and hopefully you will join me too. Remember, before you go, right? Take a minute. Close that chat. Close that chat box, and you will see this thumb up there. Click it if you want to give me a thumb up before you go. Then you will see the thumb down next. Click it if you want to give me a thumb down. Then the next one is live chat. Ignore that. Then click that share button. When you click it, all of this will come up. Then you can share on Facebook, Twitter, or any other pages you control. Apart from that, just before you go, you can also subscribe on Maiyegun's Diary. Do that so that whenever Maiyegun is live, you won't miss anything. If you haven't, please do. Do you know that only 43% of my friends are actually subscribed on Maiyegun's Diary? And thank you, by the way, thank you to every one of you who stayed back, who actually yielded, stayed back, and they clicked that subscribe button. Some of you who clicked the subscribe button, you did not click the notification button. Do that too before you go. I have my friends, over 100 of my friends who have become paying members of Maiyegun's Diary. These are the people that will pay to watch me. I don't know what I deserved. I don't know, I don't know how or why, how I got to that stage where, I deserve such love. So they are there. You can become one too. When you click on join, it will bring up all the tiers of that level. Do all of these because they are what help content creators to continue to invest in it helps us to continue to invest in our gadgets, invest in our the different technologies that makes this streaming and communication more easier and better for us. So if you do, you are helping too. And lastly, you can also go to Maiyegun's store on Spreadshirt. You will see the Diaspora Radio, logo emblem there, shirt, mug, and on and on. Take your time. I am told it is always good to share that with my friends because you are my friends. If you spend your time with me all the time, while I share with you as well my own, my own reservoir. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I'm going to see you again tomorrow. It's going to be twice tomorrow, hopefully. And then we will continue from there. You should all have a good evening, okay? And good night to every one of you. Bye-bye.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa bí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti